Good morning, everybody. You are currently listening to a Tall Girls podcast hosted by a tall girl named India. I hope everyone listening right now is having a jolly old time. Oh my gosh, the fact that I even said jolly right now. Before I get into this episode, I do want to say be sure you are following me on my socials at a Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest to stay up to date on the latest podcast episodes and Podmas episodes. And also, oh my gosh, what's going on with me? Also, make sure you leave me a review and let me know how tall you are. Everything will be linked in the description box. So after this episode, during this episode, depending on what device, just listen to this episode, but make sure you also check out those links that are in the description box because it's easier for you to just click on it and bada bing, bada boom, Mr. Worldwide stepped in the room instead of searching it up. Okay, guys. I literally have a final in an hour. Why am I recording a podcast episode before an exam? Why am I, as you can tell by the title, wrapping presents an hour before the exam? Shouldn't I be studying for this exam? Honestly, that just shows how important you guys are to me, okay? How important Podmas is to me. Podmas over everything, y'all. And honestly, I am kind of anxious. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit, because it's my finance exam. And as you guys probably heard for the past 3 months that I've been in this class this past semester, finance is just not my thing. Finance has never been my thing, and I think finance will never be my thing. So and this final exam is 35% of my grade, girl. So yeah, I think wrapping presents is just a great way to calm me down. Honestly, I feel like I'll be fine. It's an at-home exam, so at least I'll have Excel, because quite frankly, the hardest part of finance is just the math. And trying to remember all these equations and stuff like that, it's not a vibe. Excel makes everything so much easier because you just enter the function in and it basically does all the work for you. So this exam is at home, hence why I'm also recording before this exam, because I'm at home. And on my laptop, they allow you to use Excel during the exam. Honestly, it's essential. Quite frankly, I think that even if you work in finance, you'll still have access to Excel. So why not just make it fair for the entire finance population? I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I just got super off track. But yeah, I think wrapping presents is just a great way to just calm me down. Just do something with my hands, kind of take my mind off of things. You know what I mean? And by the way, you guys are connected to my shirt. That makes no sense. The mic is connected to my shirt. So let's hope that there's no weird scratchy sounds. I don't know. I don't think there will be. There's a filter on this thing. But I mean, I'm about to start cutting some wrapping paper. So, and yes, I will actually be wrapping presents. So if I got you a present, don't listen to this episode. Well, no, I can't keep it a secret for my life. So, people won't even know well, I am going to say it though out loud. Yeah, I just know for a fact that I can't keep it a secret. So if you're somebody who's in my close life, except my friends, because we decided to do an experience this year instead of getting each other physical gifts. But if you're anybody else, family members and stuff, don't listen to this, because yeah, we don't need you to get, early access to what you got. That's for Christmas. Anyways, let's get started so I can go take this final. First up, I indeed got a toolbox for my dad. I don't know if you heard that in the back, but she's kind of heavy. And so basically, long story short, my car battery died and I was at school too. And I go to school in the city, which is a good hour and a half drive. It shouldn't even be that long, because from where I live to get to the city area, it should be a 20-minute, 30-minute drive max. But because there's always somehow traffic going out there, it takes an hour and a half, sometimes 2.5 hours. Oh my gosh. I went to this finals wellness thing at my school. And what time did I leave? I left at like 4 something, like 4:30. And the thing started at 5. And I was like, it's okay if I'm a little bit late because like gotta show up fashionably late or whatever. And so I was like, okay, if I get there 5:30, 5:45, that's fine. I got there. It ended at 8. I got there at 7 o'clock. Yes, I literally got there at 7 o'clock. It took me 2.5 hours to get out there because of rush hour. It was honestly probably the worst decision of my life but I didn't want to take the train, like the metro out there, because it ended at 8 and it's literally pitch black at 3 o'clock outside. And I was like, I'm not trying to take the MTA, the train, the bus in the dark, so I'm just going to drive. Honestly, that was a bad decision because I would have gotten there quicker if I had taken the bus and train, but it was so cold. And I was like, I'm not trying to wait for no bus and train in this cold weather. Anyways, I really digress. So, yeah, my car battery died. And, with the dad being a dad, he tried to fix it himself. And he had me standing out there, too, in the cold with him. He had me standing out there in the cold with him, trying to take this car battery out. And I'm like, do we even know, like, how this works? Does that make sense? So I don't know what any of these things are called, but he tried to take some of the tools out to, like, unscrew some stuff, but he was complaining that it was too small and stuff like that. And basically, it was a struggle, and he was yelling at the tools, like literally yelling full on at the tools. I was like, what is going on? First of all, we're not even qualified to take out this old car battery and put the new one in. We don't know how any of this works. I mean, he used to work on cars apparently when he was younger, so I guess he thought he was kind of qualified, but I was like, the gas station is literally right around the corner from us. Why can't we just take it there? Well, we can't take it there. We'd have to get it towed. But that's why we pay car insurance. Like, let's get our money's worth here. But anyways, yeah, we ended up having to do that because the tools just weren't working, and the part of the battery was corroded. Yeah, the car battery was very old. Should have had that changed a long time ago. But yeah, so he was mad at the tools, and I was like, it's literally not the tools' fault. It's just the fact that we've had that for so long and we didn't have any use for any bigger tools. But now that we do, maybe it's just time for a change. So I got him a whole toolbox because that was just an entire mess. So yeah. Anyways, while I attempt to wrap this present, let's just have a talk. Like, how's everyone doing? How's holiday season going? Are y'all stressed? How are you enjoying Podmas? Let me know at A Tall Girls Podcast. Links are below, so you can hit me up on social media. A lot of you guys have been messaging me these past few days. Honestly, I've been trying my best to be active on Instagram. If you're like an avid listener and you're kind of active on my Instagram, you would see that I'm trying to post stories like every day, trying to do some type of interaction with you guys, trying to get some engagement with you guys, because honestly, I feel like with this podcast, as of now, it's just an audio podcast. So you're not really seeing me. You're not seeing my face. Does that make sense? You're not seeing my face. Like, I mean, people know what I look like because I'm posting videos like on Reels and TikTok and Pinterest and stuff like that. But, I feel like doing stories just adds a personal touch to it. Like, yeah, this is me currently living my life right now, and this is what I'm doing in this moment, and yada yada yada. And you guys have been messaging me a lot more, especially on Instagram, Pinterest too, after I started posting on stories. And I was like, yes, I love this. I'm here for this. Like, I love talking to you guys. So yeah, hit me up. I will respond. I will try my best to respond like within 24 hours. But girl, life is crazy. Life is crazy. Mainly like due to Podmas and the time period that Podmas is in. Because you know how these YouTubers be doing Vlogmas and they post like episodes every single day. I honestly just don't know how people do that. I am stressed and I'm only doing 2 episodes a week. Well, this week I actually want to do 3 because I no longer have school after this final. But girl, I don't know how people be posting every day for Vlogmas and Podmas. Like, I work, I school, I podcast, I content. Does that even make sense? Like, I make content for social medias. Like, I'm struggling with all that. Like, I feel like I'm also getting into the holiday spirit, you know? And I'm super, super grateful for that. And I think Podmas definitely helped with that. And just getting other people's ideas, seeing Podmas on social media, looking at Vlogmas on TikTok and stuff like that. But, I don't know how people just do it every single day. I'm only doing 2 episodes a week. So how am I complaining? But nonetheless, I really do feel like I'm finally starting to get into the holiday spirit. I finally went out with my friend. It's been so long since I like went out. Like, going to the library at school does not count. I met up with my friend the other day and we went to the city. And yes, we took the train. We did not drive because no way, Jose. And we went to like this little holiday market in the city. We also saw like a little tree. I actually posted that on my story. So yeah, you should follow me at A Tall Girls Podcast so you can check out my stories. But yeah, we saw a little tree. Well, not a little tree, it was a big tree, but not as big as the one that we usually see every year. We went out to eat. We went to this dessert place. It was so nice. And I'm just seeing all of the lights in the city. I mean, it's not as much as previous years, which is honestly really strange, but seeing all of the lights just made me feel jolly. Oh my gosh. I don't even think I have tape. Oh my gosh. I didn't have tape. Whatever. But seeing all of the lights just made me feel happy. And I was like, wow, a whole week before Christmas, the week of Christmas, like, I'm finally getting into the jolly spirit. This was supposed to start December 1st. What's going on? But I don't know. I think I blame school. But I'm glad that I saw a tree because I didn't even put my tree up. I really should do that. It's the week of Christmas and I still don't have my tree up. I mean, I tried to put it up. Like, if you saw my story the other day, it was like a couple of days ago by the time this episode goes up. I tried to put this tree up. Like, angel on the top of the tree and all. I was about to start taking apart the branches. And we tried to plug in the whatchamacallit? The plug for the lights to turn the lights on. And when we plugged it in, the socket started making some weird scratching noises. I was like, what? I was like, I'm not trying to start a fire up in here. I'm not trying to burn this place down. So somebody is supposed to come look at that tomorrow. And hopefully I can put it up on Christmas Eve. I'm probably going to do an episode on that. I'm probably going to do like a Christmas prep type of episode. And you guys will probably end up putting the Christmas tree with me. I don't know how I'm going to do 2 things at once. I'm struggling trying to wrap presents and record this episode at the same time. So how am I going to record this episode and put a tree up? I don't know, but we are going to figure it out. Oh, I'm telling you guys, I am struggling right now. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am struggling to cut this paper. Well, not that badly because I do have long arms. And honestly, I'm telling you, a huge pro of having long limbs, as annoying as it is that it makes it easier to cut a nice long piece of wrapping paper. So if you're looking for good things about, having long, lanky limbs, it's that. Oh my gosh, let me stop waving these scissors around before I hurt myself. But yes, long arms makes wrapping presents a little bit easier. But, it was really nice to just hang out with somebody, especially a long-time friend of mine. How long have we known each other? Since high school, and we're like juniors in college now. It's crazy. So about 7 years. Going on 7 years we've known each other. And it was just so nice to just, reconcile with her. I don't even know if that's the correct word, but just meet up with her, hang out with her, stuff like that. And especially after my whole self-isolation period, I actually did a whole episode on that where I kind of isolated myself. Yes and no. I mean, school was completely online, but she technically lives right next door to me. So I could have just pulled up whenever she was home or whenever she wasn't busy, because, we do have our own lives. But I technically could have pulled up and we could have been doing stuff, but I kind of chose not to. Like, I chose not to really respond to messages. I chose not to hang out with people and stuff like that. Try to make new friends, new connections, because I think I really needed that. Like, at first, I used to be such a social butterfly, and it was such a struggle because I thrived off of human interaction. I thrived off of social interaction. Like, I had to be talking with somebody, had to be around somebody 24/7, 365, and occasionally 366 every 4 years. But, I just had to cut myself off from the world, as literally as dramatic as that sounds. Because, I still was doing this podcast and I was still on social media. So technically I could have, contacted people through social media, but that really wasn't the plan. And not to say whether or not you should do that, but I think that I really needed that. I really needed that isolation period. I felt I feel now so much more comfortable with myself, and I feel so much more confident. I feel confident being alone. I'm fine doing things by myself, and I got to know myself more, my interests, my pet peeves, likes, dislikes, and I found so much more clarity with what I want to do with myself in my future, like after I graduate college and just going forward. And I have so many plans. I also have so many plans for this podcast, but that's for the last week of Podmas. Yes, I'm doing Podmas past Christmas, because why not? If people are doing it every day, I gotta catch up to them. People do like 12 days of Christmas. How many episodes do I have? I think this is like the 7th or 8th. I didn't even get to 12. So yes, we're gonna be doing Podmas past Christmas. But I'm gonna do like a self-reflection of the past year and my goals for the new year. I cannot wrap presents for my life. Oh my gosh, this is so crooked. This is so crooked. This is crusty, rusty, musty, busty, and dusty. I'm 20 and I can't even cut a straight line. Good night. I'm not even done with this toolbox. Can you tell? You can't tell, but honestly, I probably failed arts and crafts when I was in 5th grade, and they made us take that. There's a reason why I took music instead of art in high school, because why is this all ripped up? This isn't even a straight line. I don't even have tape. I didn't even come prepared for this episode. I don't even have tape. I'm not even done with this toolbox. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I really thought I was going to spoil everyone's gift. I was like, yeah, I'm going to wrap mad presents while I'm recording this episode. No, I literally spent most of the time talking and not even cutting a straight line. And I don't even have tape. I didn't even get up to get tape. But you know what? I'm not even done with this one. So you know what the best thing to do is? The best thing to do is probably end this episode here, so I can wrap at least one present before this final. And so I think I'm gonna end it here. I don't even know. I was just rambling. I was rambling this entire time. Hopefully you were wrapping presents with me. Hopefully we were having a conversation while you were wrapping your presents and I was attempting to wrap one. If your lines don't come out straight and neat and stuff like that, it's okay, because mine are worse. So you're good. You're good. You're doing good. You're doing amazing this holiday season. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for listening this far to the episode. If you made it this far, I'm honestly shocked, because I really was rambling this entire time. But you know what? If we vibe, we vibe. Follow me on my socials at A Tall Girls Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. They'll be linked below, so you can click on those, check those out. Also, underneath that, you'll see a link to leave me a review. Leave me a review letting me know if you like Podmas and how tall you are and stuff like that. I like reading reviews. Let me know what the vibe is. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a good holiday season. Don't stress yourself out too much, because because, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm telling you, right after the holidays end, it's going to be so boring. So enjoy it while it lasts. You're doing the best you can, and the best you can do is enough. It's more than enough. And you're doing great. You're awesome. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, week, month, year, life, and wish me luck on this final because I'm on the verge of tears. Anyways, let me end it. Good night. And no, I didn't even say, I'll catch you in the next one. See, you can't forget that part. I'll catch you in the next one. Good night and goodbye.